Alright, so the first step is you need to make sure the quadratic equals 0. So if you have a quadratic in the form, hey, hush, you make sure it equals 0. The second step says to factor. So that's where we use either GCF or the star method. Ever stop talking. Alright, so when you're factoring, remember you have to do A times C, and you put it right here. What goes in the bottom of your star? What goes in the top left and right? A. And then what goes in the bottom left and right? Your factors. Alright, so after we factor it and we get our parentheses, what do we do with these parentheses? How do we solve it for x? So right here, what did we do once we factored? How did we get to this step? We split them up and set it equal to 0. So split up, set it equal to 0. And that gives us our solutions, right? What are solutions to a quadratic? Kind of. Where it crosses what? The x-axis. So it's our x-intercepts. And then finally we add in what we learned last week with our axis of symmetry and vertex. How do we find the axis of symmetry? Good. Take a point. And then to find our vertex, plug in. Are we ready? Almost ready? Need a mo? Okay. I will relax. I would love a cup of joe. Are we ready now? Ham sandwich. Elias, you write so slow. Are you sure? Okay. Now, last period we learned that we did not have enough space here to work these problems out. So we are going to go to the back of it because I want us to be able to have enough space. So we're going to write work on the back. I got excited when I made these. And Natalie, this is the one that wouldn't print because my computer decided to die. I did. Told him if he didn't work, I was going to throw him out the window. Alright, are we ready? Alright, turn it to the back. This is 38D. If you feel like you have enough room on the front, you can. Alright, problem number 1 was x squared minus 6x equals 27. Now, what is step 1 when we're trying to do this?
Menos 27.
¿Por qué?
Porque tiene que ser y a 0.
So we're trying to get it equal to what?
0.
0. So then you have x squared minus 6x minus 27 equals 0. Why is it minus and not plus?
Porque lo restó.
Yes. Alright, so we did step 1. What's step 2? Star method. Take a point. Oh, that is a terrible star. Super sorry. Alright, what goes in the top of our star?
Menos 27.
Take a point. What goes in the bottom of our star? Give me a second to ask the question. What goes in the bottom of our star?
Negativo 6.
Negative 6. Good. And what goes in the top left and right? Alright, so now we need to find two numbers that multiply to give us 27 or negative 27, but add to give us negative 6.
3
3 and 9. But which one has to be negative for us to get negative 6? 9 has to be negative. Why?
Negativo 9 menos 3.
Más.
3.
Porque negativo 9 por 3 te da negativo 7 y negativo 9 más 3.
Whoa, okay. Alright, now how do I write my parentheses?
X. Yeah. X menos 9.
It does. That's why we say it every time we write an X. And nueve means, what number did we write down? What? And what does tres mean? Look at you go. And then X
Más 3.
más tres equals
0.
0. Good. Both of you take a point. Look at how easy step 1 and 2 are. Like we've done this before. Over and over and over again. Alright, step 3. What do I do now? Split it up and set it equal to 0. So how would I write my parentheses, Bryn?
X menos 7.
Bryn, you have a deep voice and all of a sudden you know Spanish.
Wait.
Sarah?
Okay. X minus 9 equals 0.
X minus 9 equals 0.
X plus 3 equals 0.
Take 2 points.
I got you, Miss Evans.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. I got you.
You do one, I do one. Alright. So, plus 9 on both sides. X is 9.
Look at you go. Take a point. All right, Damien, tell me the other one.
Minus 3 on both sides. X equals negative 3.
Take a point. And what does this give us? Who can tell me what this gives us? The solutions. Take a point. Are we done or do we have one more step? Look back at your paper on the front.
Yeah, I looked at it too.
And we got one more step?
Gráfica.
No gráfica. Not yet. Ham sandwich, guys. You just flip back. I solved for x, that's what I just did, and now step 4 is in vertex. Good. How do I find the axis of symmetry? Alright, well, what's our b in our quadratic?
Negativo 6.
And what's the opposite of negativo 6? 6.
2. Igual. 1.
¿Por qué 1?
Porque X es igual a
3
1.
veces. No.
Porque es X.
Because in front of x squared is 1. Thank you, Ludwin. Take a point.
Ah.
He was saying it nicely and not yelling at me like you do. Maybe if you said it nicely and didn't yell.
Por favor.
Alright, 2 times 1 is 6 divided by 2 is Now, that gives me my axis of symmetry. But I need to find my vertex. Who can help me find my vertex without screaming at me, so not Jorge?
I got you.
All right, Damien.
Vertex? Alright, so what is it like next up from there?
So tell me what to do, son. We wrote it down on the previous page.
Find out why this-
We wrote it down on the previous page.
Time out. Sorry, I didn't get it out.
Would you like me to show you my paper? This is your axis of symmetry, and then it says
Plug in.
vertex. So I'm going to plug in X, your axis of symmetry, and I'm going to plug it back into my quadratic right here, right? So what was my axis of symmetry?
3.
So it's 3 squared minus 6 times 3 minus 27. Work that out. Tell me what you get. My feet are swelling and not fitting in my shoes. No, you cannot rub my feet. But thank you so much for that strange offer.
Negativo 36.
Negative 39.
Shh. Why do we not know what shh means? Give everybody a second. Just breathe, relax. And no, it's not negative 39.
Es negativo 36.
Nah, shh. Did you work it out, or are you just saying what Jorge's saying?
She might be lying. Calculadora, ahí sí, texto que tenés en la mano. Ella, what you get? Yeah. What you get?
The answer that you get, what would that be? Like,
The Y value of your vertex. Sarah, what did you get?
Negative 33.
It's negative 39, bro.
Negative 36.
It's negative 36. How many of us got negative 36? Put your hand down. Take a point. And then this is the Y value of our vertex. So how do I write my vertex?
Negativo. No. 3 como negativo 36.
Yes, take a point. Now, do we want to graph this with our giant numbers?
No.
I don't think we're going to. But we know how to do it, right? We would just plot all our points. So we moving on to the next one. We're going to do one more together, then you're going to try one on your own.
So you telling me that you don't graph it?
I just want you to find. If it's a giant thing, I'm not going to make you graph that.
So if it's not a giant thing,
If this was like 3, 4, we would graph it.
okay. But why would not graph it big?
Okay, let's graph it.
Because I want to see
some
it,
teacher
bro.
told me yesterday that we're gonna grab today.
We are. Okay. Alright, so we need positive 3 and positive 9 and negative 3. So this is what my graph is going to look like. Is everybody ready? And it's negative 36. Alright. We got this. Persevering in the face of danger.
What's that from?
Me?
Oh, that was from something.
I don't know. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36. We're doing it by twos. So this is negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, negative 12. Look at Damien go, making sure we don't give up. Take a point, Damien. Making us graph.
That was crazy.
You were the one also saying, a teacher told me yesterday that we were going to graph
Oh, yeah, I need
today.
a point too, right? Because I said it.
Yes.
Hey, we already applied.
Hello, boy.
Right.
This is a long breath.
It is.
I don't know.
We're graphing.
We won't have anything like this on the class.
Maybe.
I'm not intimidated by it.
That's a long problem.
It's a long graph.
You mean it's a long graph?
Like, check this out.
The whole problem is long.
Are you serious? We had 4 steps, and we've done all these things before.
I didn't know they were
It looks so
going. I didn't
big.
know they were going to combine together. That's the crazy thing.
Bunch of babies. All right, let's start by plotting our solution. So where is one of our solutions at? You see where I wrote in pink solutions and drew an arrow at it? -3. So is that on the x-axis or the y-axis? X. So I'm going to go left, 1, 2, 3, and put a dot.
1, 2, 3.
You go down 36.
No, where is my other solution? I have 2.
Negative x equals 9.
All right, so do I go right or up?
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where is my axis of symmetry at? And I labeled that in blue.
Negative 30.
3, negativo 36.
My axis of symmetry is at 3.
Oh, 3.
So I go right, 1, 2, 3. And do I put a dot or just draw a vertical line?
First line.
Vertical line. What's the last thing I need to plot?
36. Negative 36.
And then do I connect it with a U or a V?
It looks like a V.
A U. It's a U. It's a U. It's a U. Quadratic is U.
I have a question, Steve.
I have an answer, Mr. Student.
You always say will be. Why have we never did V?
We will next.
I don't like that.
No, like after spring break, we're going to graph the V's. We're moving on from quadratics.
When is spring break?
2 weeks. All right. How about I make you do the next one without me?
How about, oh, yeah.
What? We are graphing. We are persevering in the face of danger. All right, x squared plus 11x equals -18. Try it without me. How about before we graph, we check our answers, and then we graph. So let's work out our steps, and then we'll graph together. Or do y'all want to like work out step 1 and 2, and then check those?
We're not stuck, then we're going to grab it. That's how we do it. That's how we know how to do it.
Can we do it the first way, please?
Okay.
All right. You look weird. All right. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have responded with that. I'm not 5, I swear. All right, so for my factors, I got 9 and 2. Did everybody get 9 and 2? Okay, and then you subtract, and your solutions are -9 and -2. We're right there. Does everybody see how we got to that point? I know that you two are fine. I'm trying to make sure everybody else is. Mackenzie, how'd you do, baby?
I did it right. I was just waiting on the next part.
Okay, so then we do the opposite of b divided by 2 times a, correct? So then the b is 11. The opposite of 11 is -11 divided by 2 times 1. That gives me -5.5. How'd we do there?
Yeah.
Mediocre? What did I do with my shoes?
They're under the car.
Thank you.
Maybe some questions?
And then I got -12.25 as my vertex. Thank you, Natalie. That's why I keep you around. So did we do okay and we just needed a little bit more time, or did we get confused along the way? Why?
I'm confused with the graph.
The whole, like, I had to go back on the notes for the 8 times 2.
Okay.
And when I get to I couldn't use that as a chart also.
Oh, okay.
Because I usually.
So we just need to know our multiplication tables?
No, it wasn't that. It was the, like, decimal.
Oh, okay. Sarah, what's up?
How'd you get a positive 30.25?
Because negative 5.5 squared is a negative times a negative, which is a positive. All right, now let's graph. Okay. So the first thing I need to plot are my solutions. And what are my solutions on this quadratic? Alright, so that means I go,
Negativo 9 a la izquierda.
now you know how I feel. Tell me where to go. Oh my gosh, left 2, and then left how many?
9.
Okay?
5.5 para Alberto. Para esa cocina.
I'm going to make us start saying the numbers in English. Say the numbers in English.
Negative 5.5.
Point. Look at you go. So I go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then halfway.
I didn't think he knew English.
He does.
No English?
Bless it. All right. All right. And then what is the y value of our vertex?
12.
Not?
Negative
12 .25. So I go left 5.5 and then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then a little bit.
Hacela.
Is it a U or a V? U. Jorge, remove that scarf from your mouth. You are not 4. Remove that scarf from your mouth. Thank you. All right, number 3. Do number 3 with the O. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Number 3 says 2x squared plus 9x minus 18. I hope we don't run out of pages in our notebook.
What page is this?
38D. No tarea. Maybe tarea. Yes. Thank you.
This is 38D.
Yes. D. E. E. Thank you. This is why I keep you around. Wait. Oh, you're right. I'm crazy. Thank you.
38D. Next page.
Not E. E.
I'm on that.
I'm OG. I'm OG.
It's on E.
We are all on 38, so we don't care. All right. Now, is this one already in the form we need it in? Yes. So we've done step 1. Check. Step 2 is what?
The star.
Star method. But we can say it nicely and like use manners. All right, Damien. Tell me what. No, that's not how it works. Stop.
Hey. One word. Hey. Multiply tape.
2 and 18, and you get. Well, baby, you got a calculator. Multiply.
But it's gonna take you forever.
Ham sandwich.
6 y 3, miss.
So you.
No. Lo dije en español.
36.
Please put that 9 in the bottom.
2 times negative 18, negative 36. All right, what goes in the bottom of our star?
9.
En inglés, por favor.
9.
Top, left, and right.
2.
2.
And then you see what goes in negative 36. I got 5 and 7.
It's not 5 and 7.
Negative 1.
Oh, no.
Negative.
We're going to give everybody a second, and you're going to figure this part out without me.
I got you. I already got you.
Negativo 12.
Wait.
No way.
What do y'all go? See, get it this way.
Oh, 25.
It's not negativo 12.
Sí.
No.
Negativo 2 y 3.
Es positivo 9.
Ajá, y...
Negativo 3, 12.
Sí. En inglés, por favor.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, 12, 3.
12 and
Negativo 3.
Negative.
Negative 3. Negative 3.
Oh my god. Oh, it don't even
Oh, I got it.
wait. We have to reduce our star.
That's what I'm saying.
Which side can we reduce, left or right?
12 and 2.
2 and 12, left. All right, and what goes into both 2 and 12?
3 and 2.
Okay. Hold on, what's
Breathe.
3 and 2?
Breathe. Breathe.
Oh,
2 and 12 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. All right, write my parentheses for me.
2x plus 2. 2x plus 1.
And then, not in English,
Just plus 3.
2x minus 3. Good. Take a point. All right, now separate it. Work it out.
Someone assaulted our point strip.
Someone assaulted your point strip, or is salty on the point strip?
I said assaulted.
Oh,
Have a list.
you don't. I just couldn't hear you. And I was very confused as how they could be salty on the point strip. All right, finish this one for homework.
Okay.
I got it.